Welcome to AskPsychSessions, where we ask some of the best teachers in psychology questions from you, our audience. If you would like to send in a question or an idea for a conversation, please visit bit.ly/AskPsychSessions. That's bit.ly/AskPsychSessions, all lowercase, no spaces. And here's our next question.
Welcome to the Psych Sessions podcast. This is Marianne Lloyd, and I'm here today with Dr. Katherine Moen. She's a full-time faculty member at UNK, also known as the University of Nebraska Kearney. So, Kat, you've just started your second semester as a full-time faculty member in the department. Is that right?
Yes, it is. I had a successful fall semester, and I am still here.
Terrific. So our question today is sort of about how faculty members like myself that have been around for a while could be more helpful in supporting faculty as they begin their teaching career. So I know that your colleagues might listen to this. You don't have to tell us what you wish your colleagues would have done. Instead, if you could talk about the things that went well to help last semester, if you have some ideas about that.
Yeah, definitely. So I'll start by bragging about my department. One of the fantastic things that my department chair did is she actually assigned me a research mentor and a teaching mentor very early on in the semester. And so that was probably one of the most helpful things, was getting feedback from two other faculty members who aren't yet tenured, but they've been here for 4 and 5 years. To get their sort of tips of things they wish they would have known. And it also gave me really nice people that I knew I could go talk to and I wouldn't be bothering them. Because I think that's one of the hardest things is, I'm a brand new PhD. I just got my PhD this last August, and I feel like I should know what I'm doing, but I constantly feel like I don't know what I'm doing. And so that was one of the really nice things about having mentors in place, because I knew I could go ask either of them a question about teaching or research, and literally part of their service requirement is to help me.
That sounds pretty helpful.
Very good.
So given that, and now that you've sort of had a semester of mentoring and help, now that it's semester 2, did you sort of change anything that you did your first semester that you think is going to make a difference to be helpful for the second semester? Or are you really sure that something you did worked great? It's been a while since I had my first year, so I don't really remember what that felt like.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like my first semester was all about survival. So I planned my syllabi with a mindset last semester of, okay, what is the minimum that I can do to make it look like I'm still trying, but not create tons of work for myself, and I'm going to be miserable a month into the semester. So having that one semester of experience under my belt sort of gave me more information about what I have time to add to my classes and what I don't. So I would say the biggest change that I made with teaching this semester is adding some additional assignments, getting rid of some things that ended up being just busy work for students, like online quizzes. And so I think I was able to sort of feel more comfortable with adding different activities to my syllabus that would require more grading time, because I know how last semester went and what I could and couldn't do.
All right, great. That sounds like a sensible life choice to start with not making your life too terrible. I think some of us take a while to learn that lesson. Just kind of last question. Do you have anything else that you would sort of advise people besides don't make your life miserable for when they're just getting started in a teaching career, and maybe kind of what you noticed going from teaching a course in graduate school to now teaching however many courses you're teaching?
Definitely. So in grad school, I only ever taught one class at a time. And as with most grad students, most of my time was spent with research. Now I'm at a teaching focused institution. We only have undergraduate psychology students, and I have a 3-3 load. So the best advice I got when I started was to try to take one day each week for each class. So like Mondays, prep one class, Tuesdays, prep the next class, Wednesdays, prep your last class, and then you have Thursday and Friday to work on research or other service commitments or something like that. And I tried most of the time to stick with that schedule as much as it worked. And that was really beneficial to try to limit how much time I allowed myself to prepare lectures. Because especially in grad school, when I'm only teaching one class, it was totally fine if I spent 5 hours in a single day working on one 50-minute lecture. But when you have 3 classes and other responsibilities, that's not possible at all. So I would say that was the best thing that I did, was to try to limit, okay, today I am only going to prep this class and I only have until the end of the day to get next week's class prepped for this, and then I'm done and I'm stopping. And it sort of prevents you from getting into the rabbit hole of having to find the most perfect YouTube video to show along with a concept. And it really helped me focus on, okay, what are the most important things that I get done for this class? And will this mostly okay YouTube video fit? And so I don't waste a ton of time looking for things that, in all honesty, probably don't make that much of a difference from a student's perspective.
Great. That is really helpful. So I hope that people, whether you are brand new to teaching or even at this a long time, those sounds like those are tips that all of us could use, that maybe spending less time searching for a perfect video or a perfect example and instead using it to increase understanding would be great. Kat, I really appreciate you taking the time to chat, especially as a new faculty member that just started the spring semester. So take care. Thank you.
Thank you.